One officer told the female officer step back in an attempt to shot Taylor. Suddenly, another officer intervened, saying he is already in police custody. That brought disagreement, one of the officers said. If we kill him now, all of this ends here. But the chief, determined to maintain control, shot the officer in the leg, and said we don't need to turn on each other. Taylor used the distraction to act swiftly. He grabbed the bag of explosive, dragged the wounded officer to safety, and created a smoke screen using tear gas and small explosives, making the area untraceable. He continuously threw smoke bombs and tear gas, creating a cloud of chaos around him, making the place inconvenience for the police. The wounded officer, realizing the gravity of the situation, gave Taylor crucial advice on how to activate the live camera in the police car. This would broadcast everything in real time, ensuring accountability. He kept on throwing more smoke bomb and tear gas. The officer was bleeding profusely. At this point, he urgently needed medical attention as soon as possible. He took out the officer one after the other. He threw his gun at the first officer, distracting him momentarily before breaking his arm with a calculated strike. Wasting no time, he turned to the second officer. He grabbed his gun and delivered a powerful blow that knocked him unconscious. Moving with precision, he slid under a nearby car to ambush the third officer. Grabbing him by the leg, he dragged him to the ground and delivered a brutal, instantaneous punch that rendered him unconscious. He quickly sprinted to the car where the clerk was lying. As the chief spotted him, he opened fire. Reacting swiftly, he activated the car's camera and speeded toward the chief, forcing him to dive out of the way. He quickly grabbed the officer and placed him in the front seat of the car. One of the officer he has previously knocked out recovered. While Taylor was about to leave, he tried shooting him, but luckily, he was out of bullets, and he hopped on the car trying to stop him. The officer broke the side window, but the commotion woke the clerk, who was lying unconscious in the back seat. She pushed the officer off the vehicle just as Taylor's tires were shot out. Meanwhile, the wounded officer who had helped Taylor called for backup. When reinforcements arrived, the tables turned. They arrested the chief, and some officer escorted Taylor to the hospital. Taylor, the clerk, and the wounded officer were escorted to the hospital for medical attention. He took the clerk and handed her over to the doctor while he took axe and removed the backup drive from the police car. This would serve as undeniable evidence to expose the corruption and ensure justice for his cousin and everyone else who had been wronged.